Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of No Excuses on YouTube.com and VTWProductions.com, if anyone still goes there. I am your host, Fenurian.
And I'm Volosel, and we're here to bring you the latest news and commentary on the video games industry for the week, or we would if we were running a normal show, which we're not, because this week Aristotle has been voluntold that he's going to be overhauling his family's condo in Florida, so he's probably on the road about now, trying to put up with his family, and we're not feeling particularly enthused about the news, because
Well,
there's
there
not really anything particularly meaty to get our teeth into,
No.
so we're more or less just going to derp around, I guess. But first of all, if you'd like to get involved with the show, you can do so by sending us email at noexcusesvtw@gmail.com, or you can follow us on the Twitter at noexcusesvtw, or you can join us in our Discord server where you can communicate with the hosts and other listeners to the show and post, fringe politics and spicy memes, I guess, until such time as we get banned from the internet. And you can easily get there by clicking on the link provided in the description that will go underneath the archived version of the show on YouTube.
Yes, indeed. So, with all that out of the way, on the stream today, we're just going to derp around and play a bit of Worms WMD. Now,
Which I've never played before.
Yeah, full
Historically and bad at.
Yeah, full disclaimer, it's been a long time since I've last played a Worms game.
I can just about remember that you can shoot with the space bar.
Yeah. So this is going to go well. That's of course assuming that nothing just catches fire and everything breaks, but we're in the same lobby, so I'm assuming everything's going to be fine at this point.
Indeed.
So, if you're happy, are you happy with that map? Just that'll do.
I don't have an opinion because what I'm going to do, I'm going to fall in the water. That's what's going to happen. So
yeah, okay. There's a less water-friendly map. Let's go with that. All right. So while we do this, you've got to hit your ready button, by the way.
Right, I thought we already did. Yeah, they haven't added anything particularly strange to it since Worms 1, which was the last time I played, right?
Oh yes, they have.
Oh man,
this one's got vehicles.
Oh, what?
I think I've actually got those turned off in the base mode.
I don't know how to control. How do I move it?
Your WASD keys should move it.
Okay, WASD. Okay. And how do I jump?
Space.
I thought space shoots.
Space also shoots.
What?
Hang on.
No, it's not working.
Or is it control?
It's not working, Fern. No, control zooms.
Hang on, I gotta look up.
Looking it up on my turn, no less.
Yeah, I know, right?
Awfully convenient.
And left, right.
I don't know how to do anything.
Backspace is double. Is your backflip.
Yeah, but I don't want to
jump.
Oh, now he tells me.
There you go. Why is enter jump? Okay. So this is going well. Let's see. There is mustaches over there. Let's see. I'm gonna go and do this. I don't like what that wind's doing though.
I didn't even know how to pull out a weapon.
Right click.
This is one of those situations where a guy says, "Hey, let's play this game. I'm not going to tell you any of the instructions so that I can completely maul you over and over, and for some reason derive satisfaction from this."
This is more a last minute thing where we just didn't actually have time to plan anything properly. Is this going to work?
It worked in the classic Worms fashion, I can say that.
Yeah, that is just basically that's Worms.
How do I look at what weapons I've got or anything like that?
You right click, it'll pop up a list.
Okay. I don't know what any of these things are or what they do. Okay, so some of these are moving around and some of them are...
Yeah, if you pop a weapon out, I'm going to tell you what most of them can do. Or there's that.
How do I fire it?
Space. Don't Shoryuken me.
I just did that because it was fun. That was the only reason.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. Ah. Would you like a little bit of E. coli? No, hang on, that's wrong. Ah, there it is. So that's backspace. Okay. Whoops. Just jump up there. Dupe. Run away! Aha! Oh dear. So yeah, it's been a while since we played this. So I played this at all. Like I was really into Worms 2 and Worms Armageddon back in the day. But
I see.
yeah, it's changed a bit since then. They had that whole the unpleasant era, I think we should call it, where they tried 3D. Oh, I am regretting my actions.
Well, I mean, you did it to me.
I suppose it's fair is fair. Alright. What are we doing? Think, hey? Boing. Can I jump there? No. Sheep on a rope?
What?
There's a sheep on a rope. I don't know what that does. That's a new one. I feel like doing it here, though, is going to be a really bad idea.
Deep explosive in this game, right?
Yes. No! Should have changed the fuse. I forgot to change my fuse.
You can do that?
Yes, you can. Plus, I think it was plus and minus by default. That's what it was back in the day anyway, so hopefully they haven't changed it.
I have no idea what it just did.
A utility crate. They go bang if you shoot them too, by the way.
Where's the utility crate? Oh, it's that blue thing.
That's that blue thing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to go get over that. Unfortunately, I don't know really what I'm doing. Ugh. I guess I'll just try blind fire.
That always works.
Well, this is Worms. What else could you possibly do?
Worms. When in doubt, just throw a shot somewhere and see what happens. Oh no!
Well, it could have been. It could have been worse.
It could have been a lot. Wait, what are you saying? It was worse. Munitions crate again. Just hit space, drop that. Okay. I'm all the way over here. Let's see. What toys do I have?
Fairly sure you've done yourself more harm than I've done to you.
Yes. Was there a way to... Oh, we'll try this. No.
Oh, come on.
Yes, got one.
Unsporting.
I know, right? Incidentally, I did pick the wrong team, as it turns out. So I'll pick the right team for the next round.
I'm not really sure what I should be doing here.
I can see what I'd do in your situation, but I don't want to point it out.
Well, you better not.
It would go terribly. The potential for it going terribly is pretty high.
Yeah, I'd say so. Well, since I appear to be in the business of just copying your every move.
Oh no! No! Oh, now that's just unsporting.
I told you I was going to copy your every move.
Hmm. What to do? What to do? Boing.
Wait, I can zoom out.
Oh, I've got an old lady. Shame that that's completely useless in this situation, but still, I've got an old lady.
What does it do?
Explodes.
Are there things that don't?
Nope. Even bullets are still a tiny explosion.
I'm concerned if I try and backflip up to there, I'm just going to land in that gap and not be able to get out. Ugh.
Like so? Yeah, you should be able to get out of that.
No, I don't think I can.
Can you make that flip up? No, I don't think you can.
No.
Or you can go see what's in that weapons crate.
Huh?
You could go see what's in that weapons crate, yeah.
I keep accidentally bringing up the menu.
Yeah, I know. I keep doing that too.
Well, that
was shiny, whatever it was.
That's blowtorch. 15 shades of useless.
Oh no, not Dave. Not Dave.
No, too much.
Oh
too
shit,
much.
where's that going?
I pulled a fern. I was not planning to copy that part of your move.
Yes. Do what I do, but don't be bad. This is probably going to go terribly. Let's see. Whoosh! Mine. Now. There we go. Whoosh! Oh, that was close.
This is fraught with risks.
Yes.
And very likely not. I'm not really sure what I can do here that's not going to have terrible consequences.
I seem to have created a spot of bother for myself over there, at least.
Yeah, but I'm not sure how to get there, that's the thing. Okay, blind fire again it is. But, I can't get high enough to actually make it land anywhere that I want, so...
Yeah, that wind I think is going to catch it.
Too much wind.
It's pretty strong.
Let's just see where it goes.
Whee! Oh.
Deeply underwhelming.
Okay. Now, the problem I see here... You know what? I'm going to try and do something really stupid.
As if there are other courses of action in this game.
Well... I mean, that would have been cool if I didn't catch my own worm in it.
The odds of you not catching your own worm were pretty slim.
Yeah, I figured it'd fly a bit further than that.
What is it with this game of making things land in implausible locations?
I swear it does on purpose.
Come on, I know you're a worm, but you can move faster than that. Blind fire time.
Oh no.
Except not so blind.
Oh.
I don't know what the effect of this wind is going to be, though. Whoa!
You had a lip there.
I couldn't see a lip there.
Yeah,
my worm was in the way.
You had to budge up a little bit further. That's the problem with shooting off cliffs like that. Sometimes you just have to really risk it. Sheep on a rope sounds like it would be a fun time, but
I don't think that this is the opportunity for it.
yeah. This, however,
Doesn't that have the single largest blast radius of any single explosive in the game?
quite so. Whoosh. No! Crap!
Well, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse, but it could have been better.
Hmm.
No, not Scotty. Boing. Okay, what toys do I have to play with this time?
Oh my.
Sheep Classic. Old Lady. The banana. You know what? This has got all the opportunities to go really badly. Banana it is. I love the banana bomb. It's like one of those weapons that is just chaos no matter how you use it.
Hmm. I've been avoiding the jetpack because I don't really know how to use it.
You can just use the movement keys up, down, or WASD I should say to move. The trick is not running out of fuel.
Yeah, and you've set the turn time so short that I can't really do anything.
Yeah,
because I have to think about everything.
I set it to classic.
Short turn times are always in favor of the person who has more experience.
Yeah, we'll fix that next round. Whoosh.
Damn it.
Why? What'd Dave do to you?
He was Dave.
Um. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, there's the fuse. It's on your number keys now. Ah. We are not good at this game.
No, we're in fact
not.
humiliatingly terrible. Now, I've got a ripe target there, but I have no idea how not to catch myself in it.
Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh, that was just needlessly cruel. Alright. It's Dave's turn. I'm not particularly enthused by that.
Oh my.
This has the potential to go awfully. Go, old lady. I'm not sure why they poison now. That's kind of strange.
I thought that was what the skunk did.
Yeah, the skunk used to run around and poison. Now the old lady does for some reason.
How can I surgically remove that one? I'm not sure I actually can.
Hmm.
I'm spending way too much time thinking about this.
Hope you're not
So,
stuck in there.
no, I don't think so.
Okay, good.
Let's just see what happens.
Oh my.
Oh, damn it. I needed to give it a little bit more gas than that.
No, where's that going?
Oh my.
Oh dear. This, that's a problem. Hmm. Mm-hmm. No. Ah. Didn't quite work how I had hoped it would.
Mm. I mean, if that's the way you really want to play it.
Dirty tricks would get dirty tricks.
Since I'm stuck in a hole and all.
Whoosh. What's with all the grenade licking? Stop it.
Maybe they're delicious.
Maybe.
I mean, do you even know?
I'm not in the position to lick grenades. What have I got here to play with? Excellent. Onto the pile with you.
Now I really don't know what to do.
You got a whole bunch of worms all over there together.
There's a lot of wind, but I don't think that I can land anything because there's so much wind and I'm so far away. So if I'm fairly sure I can't hit anything.
Just go to the scattershot approach.
Yep. No, not quite enough
Not quite.
gas.
Dave. Dave doesn't have a whole lot of options here. Dave can teleport. Bit sad how that takes a whole turn, but I suppose that's fair.
It would be way too powerful otherwise.
Yeah.
Again, I'm sort of caught in that position where I've just got to keep flinging things and hope that something lands. No.
Oh no, hang on. No! Hmm.
Oh my.
Oh, yes.
And now you can lean on my inability to ever hit anything.
I would, but as soon as you start doing that, that's when a player suddenly finds their aiming skills.
All I can do is just shoot and hope that I manage to hit one before you kill me.
So close. Now, how to do this?
He doesn't need more supplies. I need supplies.
Oh, well, that's useless. Uh, might go for the spray option. Oh, no. Damn it. That sign has caused me nothing but trouble this whole game.
I'm perfectly alright with this. Given my dearth of options.
Ah!
I hope you don't mind climbing all the way back up.
Ramble, gramble, framble. You know what? Let's just do this.
Ah, that's no fun. How utilitarian.
I know, right? How boringly practical. Of course, I have made a terrible mistake here, but, you know,
Oh, why do you get the health?
that health is not going to do me any good.
I wonder if I can manage to miss at this range. It wouldn't be the first time.
Boom.
I told you it wouldn't be the first time.
Actually, yeah. Shotgun.
Is there a practical use to that?
Kinda. You can take two shots with it. So I can bang one worm like that. Now I could potentially turn around and blame another worm.
Right.
Victory! So yeah, that's Worms WND in classic mode. Yeah, we are bad at this game. So I'll set it up. I'll back it out and change it to beginner mode, just so we've beginner scheme, which I think has a lot more of the new stuff in it, and it's also got a longer turn time. So yeah, we should carry on while we do this. Hit ready when you're ready. And we should also cover our weeks a little bit. Unfortunately, I haven't had a whole lot of a week. It's been Monster Hunter again.
I don't really see that as a bad thing.
It is certainly not a bad thing. I did not change the map. Oh well. Let's see what we've got. We have holy hand grenades, homing missiles, the worm stinger, unwanted present, dodgy phone batteries. This is a whole bunch of new stuff now.
Huh?
Including, I think we got a vehicle or something down here. The bunker buster. Whole bunch of airstrikes. No, wait. One airstrike and a whole bunch of turns. Okay. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Incidentally, yeah, I went to the workshop and downloaded the Wiggler hat
I see.
because it was there.
I thought that every mod had to turn you into Shrek. I thought that was the rule.
It is a rule. The other rule is every boss fight must be Thomas the Tank Engine. Anyway, where were we? Keeping on. For some reason, I'm still watching Slime Diaries, and I don't know why. It's not particularly good.
It's not good at all. It's quite bad.
It is actually quite bad. It's fluff. It is empty fluff set in the slime universe.
Wait, there's crafting? What?
Is there?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. That exists.
I don't know how to use most of this crap.
Yeah, this is all the new WMD features, and I have no idea what any of them are. No! What else? Keeping up with Spider, and finally something is actually happening on a regular basis in the Spider anime.
Well, they also... That's a vehicle?
I've got a tank now.
I didn't even know there were vehicles, other than the fact you mentioned it.
This is how a tank works, isn't it?
Not any tank I've ever seen.
Well, there's... No! Stop shooting! Okay. For future reference, that doesn't just shoot once.
Evidently. I do not know what I am doing. I can't even remember which worm I am. This one.
That one.
I guess this is the only worm available for me to pick on.
Yeah. As far as other anime go, I've caught up on Combatants Smoothly Called. That show's a trip.
I quite enjoy it. I feel like a bad person for enjoying it though.
Yeah. So you've got Agent 6 who's there. He's been isekai'd because his company demands it. That's a Rocket League car? It's actually called a Rocket League car, by the way.
I see.
Oh, it does the actual thing the Rocket League cars do.
What, fly?
Fly and backflip. It doesn't, however, attack. How do I get out of this thing? Oh. Apparently that was my turn. Yeah, Agent 6 he's probably one of the most reprehensible heroes I've seen in a while. Like, he's an unashamable pervert. What else to say about him? He's basically just a giant pervert. Yet somehow he's also extremely good at combat and rather good at tactics. Though, to be fair, it seems like the kingdom he's in is completely useless at anything strategic. Like, they refuse to attack an enemy's supply lines because it's dishonorable or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's a popular trope that people presume actually happened in the real world, but as far as I'm aware, it never did.
Yeah, I don't think it would, because it's too stupid.
Oh, that's just mean. Why would you do that?
Because...
Why would you do this?
Yeah. Because, the weakest point of any army is its supply line. It always is. So why would you not take advantage of that?
It's not as though It's not as though Six is the only member of the cast who is difficult.
No, everyone in that cast is some variation of, let's say, idiot, to put it nicely. I think Alice is probably the most normal one, and she's a sociopathic robot.
Yeah. I think that I can't tell if you're supposed to actually sympathize with anybody.
I don't think you can. You just got to sit back and watch this nonsense unfold.
That writer just seems to have a talent for making reprehensible characters charming.
Yeah. Like, Kazuma's at least got an excuse. He's still a kid, for the most part.
Oh, that's unfair. Come on.
Sorry, that was rude.
That was...
that was a lucky shot.
What is this, golf?
So yeah, that said, I'm still enjoying it. If the newest episode's up, I haven't watched it yet because it looked like there was actually an important plot moment happening. Like at the end of episode 4, I think it was.
Oh, now I'm stuck. Great.
My enormous hat! Oh no.
Oh, come on!
Ah.
The geometry in this game is just gay.
That's rude. Yeah, geometry in the Worms games can be very weird, especially after you've blown the hell out of the landscape and you end up with tiny little single pixel blocks which still have full collision.
Yeah. And you try and do a dramatic leap and just bounce off.
Yeah. Or even worse, you try to throw a grenade and it just bounces straight back into your face. I'm on a car. Jump.
So do you think there are physics if you then use the car to jump?
I mean,
or will the worm stay attached to the top of the car?
No, I think the worm will actually get flung. Oh. That was insufficient DACA.
So what's the utility of that weapon then?
The Uzi?
Just the lack of explosion or something?
Yeah, and it shoots in a perfectly straight line.
Why is the supplies there?
Because, yeah, is why.
Right, let's see what this one does.
Oh no. Oh no. No! How thoroughly impolite.
Not really the yield I was hoping for.
Oh please, this is...
So unfair.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
The prod.
The prod.
Infamous prod.
If you get killed by it, it is the worst. All it does is has that bit of knockback and does 1 damage. No, it doesn't actually even do any damage. Oh no. Hang on, I don't like where this is going.
What? Why did it go all the way over there? That's not where I told it to drop them.
That's exactly where you told it to drop them. Though you did just blow the hell out of that machine gun.
I don't know what it looked like on your screen.
Hang on, we've got the Shoryuken, but there's no Hadoken. There used to be Hadoken. Hmm.
Right, it didn't work so well last time. No, actually, it's probably not going to work.
Yes, this is how tanks work. Oh my. Ah.
What, you don't think physics go like this?
No, I don't think they're supposed to.
There's no kill like overkill.
I see an opportunity for all.
No, leave that crate right there. Don't touch it. Especially don't touch it with any kind of munitions.
I'm just going to return the favour a little bit. Yeah. No! Damn! I think is that Rocket League car going to die? It's going to be getting close to dead.
I don't know that I can actually lob anything up there. I can't imagine successfully landing something up there.
Hmm.
I just can't. I can't draw an imaginary line with the crosshair. Like that crosshair is worse than useless.
Yep.
At least the crosshair was relatively small in the previous ones. Now it's enormous.
Yeah. I have no idea what this is actually to be for, so I'm just going to leave
Movement, obviously. I mean, you can basically fly to the other side of the map with that thing.
it there.
Oh, I'm here again. Great.
So that was just a wasted turn.
I still don't know how to get anything up there. What else is on the map? You know, if you can't hit anything, just get some help.
No, not fat kid.
You call yourself a homing missile? My goodness.
Well, I still got him.
What is that?
That is a Razer keyboard in its natural environment. In a landfill.
Is that built into the game, or
that actually is?
This is really starting to look like Sellouts, the video game.
It kind of is. They've got this whole game mode, I think, where they tried to set up some sort of league or whatnot, and I mean, it's going about as well as you might expect. Fire.
That's what that does.
Yeah, Bunker Buster just comes straight down. If it's got a bit of dirt to dig, it'll dig through that, and then it'll hit.
I see. I just can't see this working.
No.
You kind of asked me to do that.
I kind of did.
I like some of the quotes though.
Oh yeah, the writing for Worms has always been pretty on point.
Quote writing unquote.
Yes, dumb gags at best. Although if you remember, I think it was Worms Armageddon. If you listen to the intro song long enough, it actually gave a full exposition in the song.
It
was actually pretty well done. Yeah, the Ballad of Boggy B or something they called it. You infernal tank! No! Oh, is that car going to explode on my face?
I don't even know if they do explode.
They do. That worm is in an outhouse. Hey,
I don't know why I find that the particular quote they might not look edible, but it's protein particularly amusing. Other than the fact my father used to say it all the time.
well, that was rubbish shooting. That's a helicopter.
As if we needed another one.
I mean, he kind of does.
He does. Hmm. Hmm. Oi.
Oi.
Oi. It keeps snapping my view back to my worm while I'm trying to work out what to do.
Yeah, it does that sometimes, unfortunately. Oh no. Pew.
What?
You're not
What?
dead. He's not dead.
That car can't have many hit points left.
That car has been beaten all the way up. Yeah.
Is that one of your worms in the outhouse, or is that a piece of scenery?
No, it's a worm in an outhouse.
Okay. Because there's no name tag floating above it.
I guess it's because he's in cover.
Oh, is that a thing?
That's a thing, yeah. I actually didn't remember that was actually in this game. So some buildings will have interiors, and if your worm is on the exterior of it, you can't see what's going on inside unless you've got worms in there. More grenade licking.
Delicious lime flavor.
Mmm.
Well, that's a useful place to drop it.
Yes. Hmm.
Mm. No. I just don't think I can do this. It's too much wind. Wind everywhere. Oh, I'll take a punt. It's a big target.
Big, juicy target. No, damn it. What to do, what to do, what to do. Ooh, could I take that risk?
No, you don't need to. It's fine.
Nah, I'm going to do it. If it's a risk and it works, it's going to be awesome.
How often do risks work relative to the awesomeness if they are successful?
Not often. Oh. No! So close. Oh well. I got to explode a Razer keyboard. That's always a good thing.
In real life, the Razer keyboard does not fare so well.
No.
I don't suppose you have any idea how to use a
I think
helicopter.
it controls like a jetpack. You use your WASD keys to direct move and enter while you're in a vehicle like that fires.
Enter fires, huh?
Yeah. Chop, 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 chop. No.
Whoops.
Oh, that's a
I
word.
didn't press enter, by the way.
Oh, it was space?
It was space.
Okay. Yeah, it's enter if you're on the jetpack.
Now I'm immediately next to the highly volatile vehicle.
I think we can safely assume that that car is immortal at this point. Yeah. Wait, you gave me a prompt to enter your helicopter?
Yeah, because you can just boot people out.
Ah. Okay, what is that?
I really want to know what that is because of what he said.
Crafting.
He said, I once made a shelter out of one of these.
Okay, I can make a bazooka pie.
What?
Okay, that's crafting. Okay. I have no idea what a bazooka pie is, but presumably it goes bang. Oh crap. Turn time. Too late.
Man, I'm still stuck down there. I don't think I've got anything left that will...
Only mobility tools.
Hmm.
You can jetpack or you can teleport.
I don't really want to lose the turn, but I don't think the jetpack has got enough gas, but...
It'll get you up to the top. I'm not sure how much further it gets you beyond that.
It'll get me easily into the target zone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got plenty of gas. 30 seconds.
I'm not very good at controlling this thing. So it cost me a turn anyway because I don't know how to control the sodding thing.
Well, that was...
What the hell? How did they land over there?
Apparently they went backwards a little bit.
The wind is very much not in my favour.
No, it is not.
Like, ever.
The wind in this game is never in your favour. That's the rule.
I don't know how half of these weapons work. I guess I just fire them and find out for future reference.
For some of them, yeah. Like, the sheep will just run along the ground when you let it go, and then hit space again to detonate it. Oh, the super sheep. Oh,
Ah.
Yeah, it does that. I don't actually have a super sheep. I do have a bazooka pie. Super flatulence sheep? Barbecue sheep. I'm just going to get that crafting. I want to see what that does. Alright.
It just wants to grill.
Is this a bad idea? Yes.
There are no good ideas in Worms. Only varying degrees of bad.
No bums.
Not just one bum.
Multiple bums.
You know, this helicopter is very hard to use.
Yes.
Ah! as if you need more toys.
There's a little speck of dirt there. Okay. Let's see what the bazooka pie
Really? I
does.
can't even see it.
Actually, barbecued sheep. Is it
Is it
barbecue?
like a sheep with napalm or?
I don't know. It's a super sheep, but it's wearing a chef hat and apron when it's deployed. So let's see what it does. It explodes in my face.
Did you detonate that?
Yes, I was
Oh.
expecting it to take off, but it exploded.
Is it my imagination, or are these Germans, these worms mostly British?
Yeah, most of them are.
Right. Now I really don't know what I'm doing. And the wind is once more not in my favour.
Yeah, just remember grenades aren't affected by wind.
I didn't actually mean to use that. I forgot that it was still equipped. Huh? What'd you say?
Grenades are not affected by wind.
They're not?
No.
I didn't even know that.
Cluster bombs are when they detonate, I believe, but regular grenades are not.
Oops, not enough fuse.
I don't know.
That car's still alive.
Oh, it's dead. It's finally dead.
Finally.
What is that?
Why do you get all the crates? What is this?
Dismantle, jetpack eco, landmine, vehicle mines, cluster bomb Mark II. So it looks like everything you can craft actually has a couple of variants.
I see.
Girth. Alright, that's enough crafting. Oh, gotcha.
Ah! I'm on fire!
That helicopter's not looking good.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to hold up for much more. Not this one again, damn it. And again, the wind is blowing against me. I guess I just can fling grenades.
That's one option.
But no, you can't get a fuse long enough to actually land it on anything.
The holy hand grenade doesn't detonate until it settles.
Yeah, but what are the odds of me actually hitting with that? Oh my goodness.
Non-zero?
I suppose that's technically true, but so is the chance that I will obliterate my entire own team with it.
Also non-zero.
Let's just see what happens.
Oh no.
Well, it wasn't more useless than your throw. Really?
That's all the way over there. Okay. Bazooka Pie. Let's see what this actually does. Oh, hang a minute. Is this gonna... Nope. Okay.
It's taunting geometry.
Well, fine then. Be like that. Well, that was a spectacular nothing.
You've set it free.
It has returned to its people.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. This is not going to go well for helicopter.
Oh no!
Oh no! He went out doing what he loved.
Crashing. I'll just adjust that teeny weeny bit and fire away. Oh, got him!
Oh no! What?
Oh no, not sudden death.
What? What?
Sudden
What is
death
happening?
is once we reach a certain number of turns, this land starts sinking.
Oh no! What can I do? What can I do? Mm. There's too much geometry in the way, damn it.
There is.
Ah! Oh, it rises a lot. I thought it might rise a little bit.
No.
I'm toast. All my worms are at sea level.
Can I make a super sheep? The agile old lady? Or minions? I might have to try and make that at some point. Oops, no. There.
Did you ever manage to establish anything about that pie?
Nope. Well, yes, that was slightly unnecessary.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Now, what can I do? Let's blow the hell out of that terrain. That's what I can do.
Now I'm not sure. After I retreated, I didn't have a plan. So what
Step 1, don't die.
the hell is a tasty worm lick?
I don't know. Does it... Presumably it's tasty?
It's no help.
Yeah, you take the turn to craft.
I don't see what I could possibly do, to be honest.
Feed the fish.
It wanted to learn to swim. Why did it put it there?
Ha! Victory. That could have gone terribly, actually, so I'm glad it didn't. This sounds like a terrible idea, and I probably shouldn't do it.
But that's all the reason you need in worms.
Potassium for the fish.
Gotta get those trace minerals. Mm. Mm.
Oh no. I made a terrible mistake. No! Um... there it is.
What?
Wiggle, wiggle. This is probably not going to work, but... Oh.
Is this really the time?
How is that fair?
Let's go for broke. How do I turn it off?
Space again. There you go.
I mean, this is not exactly conducive to my winning, but I wanted to fly the helicopter again. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Whee!
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's ran out
no.
of gas. It ran out of gas.
Oh, that was sad.
Well, if nothing else, I denied you a glorious victory. It was just sort of a confusing one.
Yes. Oh, that was great. All right. Where were we? Weeks. I don't actually have a whole lot else to talk about. It's been a very dull week. Yeah, most of my week will probably actually overlap with yours, which is just Monster Hunter.
Yeah. That was basically what I spent most of my week on.
Yeah, I'd love to actually be able to put on the stream, but we can't.
It still costs like $400 to buy a streaming device.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous.
I'm not sure why. I guess there's not really any incentive for the price to ever go down, considering that the popularity is still going up and up, and there's a couple of companies pretty much have a stranglehold on the technology, so they can. The asking price is whatever they want.
Basically, yeah. Let's see, what other weapons? Just tweaking the scheme just a tad here.
So, I mean, if that's your week,
yeah.
What did I do? So as far as FGO is concerned, I blew all of my quartz and didn't get anything, and then I scraped up just barely one more 10 pulls worth of quartz, and I got waiver. So I'm going to call it a win.
I too got waiver actually, which is
with very little effort because
the desire filter.
Because gotcha. But yeah, getting waiver means that I now have all of the sort of top meta supports at Noble Phantasm 1 at least, and that it doesn't sound like much since you can always borrow the supports you don't have, but it opens up a lot of very high efficiency farming methods when you can double up on any choice of support.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you a lot of flexibility in how you plan out your whatchamacallits, your strats particularly for 3-turn clearing nodes. And in addition, you can just scrap ever taking event CEs that aren't max limit break, because you can supply all the support you need on your own, and then just pick the one that's the most efficient for getting currency.
Yep.
So there's a lot of advantages to having Waver. So, and he's the last meta breakingly powerful support until Castoria comes out in a year or something. Who
Right.
I will then have to roll like crazy for.
Incidentally, by the way, I've just turned it to intermediate mode, which has a lot more weapons in it. And they just get sillier.
I see.
So let us do this. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm sort of pleased about that. I have mixed feelings about having blown all my quartz like that, but ultimately it's going to change the quality of life level of my play pretty significantly.
Actually, I'm just going to quit this one. I'll go wait for your turn.
Oh, okay.
Because, again, I forgot to change the map.
Well, let's see what's here.
So, have at you.
Okay. Since we're here.
So yeah, because Vor was doing spins of the FGO gacha, I decided just, why not? What is that?
It's a phone battery.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
I wanted to see what it would do. That's why I used it.
That was great. Also dangerous, very dangerous.
I can see that going in a. Well, I mean, it certainly does spread recklessly, but it seems like it does at least in a predictable way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I spun the gacha twice. The first time was miserable, but then the second time I got Waver, I got Pavati, and I ended up getting a fairly decent craft essence out of it as well.
But you don't play the game, so it's
I don't play
much
the game.
Neither here nor there.
Let's just go.
It just makes it worse, to be honest.
Yeah.
For me, see, oh well, he got it easily, and he doesn't play at all.
It's the desire sensor all over again. It knew I wouldn't care, so it says, "Yeah, I'll just give you stuff. Why not?"
Yeah, but I mean, that's as far as rolling the gacha goes. For me, that's pretty much the entire year sorted out. Like, because there is stuff that I want to roll on for the rest of the year, but none of it is very critical. It's all just, oh well, it would be nice to have this. Like, I would like to get Lambda Meltrellis because I like Meltrellis, and she's good at farming, I guess. But that's not really that important. The only really good meta one that I'm interested in is Astarte, because she's a very, very good, very flexible farming servant who has the unique ability to change her Noble Phantasm to any card type.
I see.
So that allows her to mesh with lots of different support methods. So, but that's much later in the year. It's not something that's important for now. So the new event started. Originally it was to celebrate the release of El Malloy Case Files anime. But the heck is that?
That's the Worm Stinger. Oh, it's Stinger
don't
is in
understand.
Vehicle Stinger.
I don't understand.
Tire spike strip. So it's just laid spikes on the ground.
I see. This is not a very good sort of position to be in, I feel.
No.
What is all this stuff?
Britain.
Like, what even is that? I guess I'll just start dropping stuff and we'll find out what happens.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a sentry turret, I think.
It doesn't do anything though.
Not until my turn. Oh well, this.
What?
This is the worst possible spot.
Technically speaking, it's space.
It is.
It's not occupied by anything else.
I made a Lucy. I don't know what a Lucy does, but let's find out. Pew 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 Holy crap.
It's a laser Uzi which bounces.
A lot. We need more pew-pews. I should have actually hooked the game sound into the stream for this one, but never mind. That's what happens when things happen at a short notice.
Oh my goodness.
Flippity
I
flip.
need to be able to hit something. Gotta be something. But this seems like a flat map where everybody's just laid out along here, and it's a very strange scenario. I'm not even sure what to go for here. What the hell does that do? Nothing good, I'm sure.
Probably not.
Which worm am I actually controlling? This one. Okay.
That one. 15 seconds.
I want to find out what the tasty worm lick is.
Okay.
I'll just pull the trigger, I guess.
Okay. Oh. It exploded. But of course it did.
That's a strange weapon.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it.
You know how well this is going to be, or easy this is going to be to aim. I don't know where that's going.
Kneecap knows where it went.
Kneecap knows where it went.
That's a damaging weapon.
That makes a mess.
It's all really well saying that for me, but it's not like they're much further away from anyone else.
Yeah. The royal telephone.
It worked.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hello, Gravity.
I hate you, Gravity.
You suck, Gravity. Right, what toys do I have? Ah. I wonder what this does.
What is it?
A mischievous drone.
He sounds like
Yay!
an asshole. That's
Well,
not how you use a drone,
That's
Fern.
not how that works.
I don't know what you know about drones, but that's not how they work.
flinging them into the ocean is generally not how you use a drone, no. Oh, wait. My turn's still up. Okay.
Are you talking about urine?
Maybe. Yee. No.
Well, it was close. He nearly got payback. It's begging me to get in here. I just remember what happened last time.
Touch the spikes. Oh no. No.
Oops. That wasn't actually what I planned to do.
No, you did some damage.
Well, sort of. It's not fair. Life isn't fair.
Let's see. I'm going to craft.
Is it actually made of protein?
I don't know. Maybe. You know what? I wonder what this weapon does.
Is your team's voice set, is it like parody SAS or something?
Parody Bear Grylls or something, I think. You. Wait, what?
What? The hell is that? The hell is that?
That is a W1 missile.
Where is it going?
Straight up. Where'd it go?
Is it going to come down later or?
I don't know. Where'd it go? Is it going to give enough time for that worm to get out of the way? Anyway, it's your turn.
I'm very
by the way.
confused. I'm very confused as to what's taking place right about now.
Is that going to come down and go kaboom, perhaps?
Maybe. I can't think of what I can do right now that's not going to be terminal.
Yeah, the old fire punch is usually a good standby.
Unfortunately. Oops. I just can't master moving in this game.
Yeah.
What? Why wasn't that a backflip? I will just use the fire punch.
Sure you can. They used to actually say sure you
Oh,
can.
here it comes.
Here it comes. Whoosh. Boom. Oh my. Well, it got Doris away from the turret. What can I craft? Not much, I think. Mega punch.
Now is definitely the time to use the battery.
Ah, the Ming vase. That exists. I remember the
Huh?
Ming vase.
Aren't you supposed to not break those?
You're not. Because they go boom, apparently.
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Bzzzt.
OP! 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 Nerf!
Nerf the... Yeah. I think that is just entirely in there as a reference to the that Galaxy phone. Just advice, I wouldn't recommend shooting past that helicopter. I don't think you can.
I'm just looking at the crafting menu at the moment.
Okay, you got 30 seconds.
Ah!
Because timers are a thing and it sucks.
I can't even remember who I'm controlling. Oh yeah, the one that's under the helicopter.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you actually queue up crafting while it's the other person's turn? I think you can.
This has never gone wrong before.
Where are you going?
I think I hit more of my own dudes.
Let's see what to do here. Ah. I know what this does.
What is it?
The unwanted present.
It's just socks or something, right?
Probably.
Was that meant to happen?
Okay, it's just going to sit over there then. Had a lot more bounce than I thought it would.
What's made of cardboard? I can't get there. Oh, now what am I supposed to do? I can't think of anything to do that's not going to kill me. Except... it is time.
Is it going to kill him?
Come on!
That present just turned red.
Huh? Oh. Is it like super unwanted now?
I'm expecting it is most certainly unwanted. Well, this is awkward.
By who in particular is it unwanted? Oh, there's a second tier of unwanted present.
Aha! Ninja rope shenanigans. Oh, that just exploded.
I don't think you deserve supplies.
Where is it?
How the hell am I supposed to do now?
Oh no. Oh no! No! I'd say that was unsporting, but you lose literal sporting goods to do it.
I could not possibly have been more sporting.
I'm gonna get girders. Everyone
Good.
likes girders.
They do if you set airstrikes to unlimited.
This is true. Time for bad ideas. Bad ideas. Whoosh.
Oh no.
Oh no. That poor
What
helicopter.
have you got against helicopters, man? Can I actually put paid to Maxwell? I don't think so.
No, I
But
don't think it takes
oops,
much.
crap! I bumped the space bar. I don't even know what was equipped.
I don't know what it was either, but it went bang.
Hopefully it was just a bazooka and I didn't waste anything amusing.
Time for spoon.
What is Spoon going to do? To be fair, he's roughly as safe as he is impotent.
Yes.
No, don't do that. That's not necessary.
Where's this bad accent coming from?
It's not really a specific accent of any kind.
No, it's like kind of Italian, but a bunch of other things.
Oh, that's my turn.
It is. You're in a helicopter. Because, you know,
Ah, crap!
this is a great idea.
You know what? That's not working for me. It really isn't. I don't know what will happen. You'll probably not go anywhere. However,
Just punch the helicopter. Okay. It is Monster's turn.
you wouldn't want to harm the helicopter now, would you?
I mean, yes.
Why are you always bullying the helicopters?
I wonder if I do this.
Oh, that's not the good.
Well, that actually worked better than I expected. It wasn't what I wanted to do, but I'll take it.
Another vehicle, really? I don't think you guys need a vehicle. Why are you getting gift wrapped a tank?
I don't know.
Yeah, what the hell
Thank
am I
you,
supposed
random tank fairy.
I have no idea. With the way the wind is going, I don't really see how I can make good on this. Because my basic aiming ability is incredibly lacking. Ugh!
Bang. You did make that hole a bit more dangerous.
And it did seem like I gave your worm a heart attack as the grenade went past. No, you don't need to do that!
Bang. Bang, bang. Oh, so when they're falling like that, you can tap space and they'll just drop straight in.
Oh.
See, now that's just rubbing salt into the wound.
I wonder if I can actually manage to hit with the helicopter.
You only hit him like once.
I did damage to myself though.
You still killed him.
I don't know where you're at. Oh, is it this one? Oh, okay.
Yeah. How shall I do this?
This can't possibly end well.
Actually, no. I like so. Yeah.
How boring and safe.
Ah,
Really?
he survived?
Really?
Well, that's Maxwell done.
Well, no, I have no idea how I'm going to successfully hit him without killing myself.
And the question is here, do you want to use all those crates, or would you like to collect the treasure first? And then go hide in the bus? I think you can actually walk in there.
Never failed me before.
Rude.
Martial arts is a sport, I'll have you know.
What to do, what to do, what to do? No, I'm not going to get over there in time. Boo. I think it might be time to start smashing helicopters again.
Oops.
You're alright.
Helicopter! Helicopter!
It's French! Destroy it! Ah!
Martial arts is still a sport. Don't worry, you can just blow up the helicopter.
It is French. It is a French helicopter. It has to go.
I'm not sure that I believe that this is how physics works.
Oh, they do call them all-terrain vehicles. Vertical is terrain, isn't it?
Yeah, this is. I can't see how this can possibly go well.
I can see an easy way to do it, but it's also very
I
boring.
I need insurance because it always keeps going wrong for me. I see it went wrong again. It was
You
just
got him
barely
anyway.
enough. Yeah, but it was 24 damage from a homing rocket.
What toys do I have to play with? Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
That's going to hide back in my hole again.
Visual acuity is based on movement.
Yes. Now the question is, can you move fast enough to get away to beat it?
I guess I have no choice but to set Spoon free.
No. Oh no. Not my bunker. You busted my bunker. I'm still nice and safe in there. Unless you do that again. What is that? Is that a mech?
Apparently.
If that's a mech, that's a mech. I want a mech. This is how rope works.
This hardly seems fair.
It's a mech. This is great. Oh, it goes smash. Okay. Ooh, I can see this becoming an issue.
Mm. You know, I could do something that's useful, but instead of that,
Oh no. Oh,
well, you basically dared me.
that's just rude. Right. What toys do I have here? You know what? I don't think this is actually going to work. Let's get out of the tank. Well, that was a waste of time.
I wasn't even watching what was happening.
I just almost killed Spoon. But I did blow up your helicopter. Is it dead? No.
Uh, hmm. Hmm. know what? There are limits to what I can do.
Oh no!
No, I didn't get. I thought that I could hurl it a little bit further. Oh well. Now you're in a deep hole in your mech.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get my mech out of that deep hole.
Oh my. Oh, that's super useful.
It's probably something awful, but I'm going to have a look. There.
I love your team's quotes.
Aha!
Is it edible?
It is.
Oh no.
Because, you know,
How would you do
helicopter.
this?
The helicopter had to go. You can probably just walk through that bus now. If it helps.
You know, I feel like there's such a thing as tradition.
There is. There certainly is. Ah!
Whoops. Wrong
Whoops.
button. Wrong button.
It's just unnecessarily cruel. Oh.
I may have had to call in 3 airstrikes to do it.
You got him. Now. Jump. Really big jump?
Oh no, he can get out.
Aha! Nyeh. Nyeh. More nyeh. Who wants some risk? Nyeh!
This is hardly sporting.
I think I may have met my match here, though. Ha! Nyeh!
That
All
was
of
not
that.
what I had planned.
Oi!
Well, that's what you wanted.
Oh no. No!
You went to so much effort to hurt me. What did you expect to happen?
Alright, let's see how this goes.
My cover.
It's gone. It's completely gone. I think I did like 1 health there too. A box.
What I need is more cover. Whoops. That I did not count on. I could not see it because of that that keyboard. I'd forgotten it was there because that's a keyboard. Can I actually move away from it now? Or is it just going to trigger it to go off again?
I don't know. Or there's that.
Or you could get rid of it for me yourself.
It's not gone yet.
A possibility. Helicopter!
Another helicopter.
Okay, so now this is an extremely awkward place.
Ooh, can you get out?
No, I can't. Whoops, shit. Ah,
Whoops. You just blew yourself up.
yeah. Disappointing. I'm just not used to the controls, that's all.
Yeah.
Largely because they're illogical things from about 20 years ago.
Yeah. That mech didn't drop. It's got to be sitting on what, 1 pixel up there?
Not helpful.
Not helpful at all.
I'm not sure that there's anything left that I can do, really.
Oh no.
Well, it's the easiest to dodge weapon in the game. Surely you can find a way away from it.
Whoops.
That's not how parachutes work.
You just blew the hell out of that mortar too. And, oh dear.
Hmm. Hmm.
Take the sausage
I
and...
never did work out what this did.
Oh, what is that?
The drone.
Oh yeah, we never did figure out what that did.
Oh no, is it going to land in the water too? Come on! Now we still don't know.
It's still a mystery.
That's some bull.
Your turn's still going on, by the way.
Yeah.
Apparently the drone doesn't stop it, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what I can do with my turn.
Ah! Would have been a master shot if he had hit with that. No, I'm not going to make that. I could just do the boring way. But being boring is boring.
You keep doing the boring way.
Yeah, we'll do the semi-boring way. And at least it's got a way of being spectacularly awful. But it didn't. Alright. So yeah, that's Worms, and that's probably all we'll play with that today. Because if
I'm
you
getting
notice...
sick of getting caned.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, beyond that, that's basically all there is for this week, really. There is no news. Unless you really want to talk about...
Boobies, obviously.
Probably boobies. But, yeah, there's just nothing. Unless you want to talk about E3. But I certainly don't. Although the E3 website this year, if you go to it, it's trying to sell the entirely digital thing as this new big futuristic innovation.
You mean this thing that has been being done by everybody except E3
Yes.
all the time up until now?
Yes. That's the one.
Yeah, I'm not
buying it.
sold. Not sold.
Yeah.
not really credible. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Also, the companies who are starting to withdraw from E3 has already started this year. Konami's already said they're not going. Nintendo, of course, hasn't gone for the last bunch of years. So, yeah.
One of these days, they're just going to have to nut up and realise that they're not relevant anymore. As much as I resent it, the Video Game Awards is more relevant than them now.
Yeah. And slightly less embarrassing.
I mean, for some reason, people actually tune in to watch that sodding thing.
Yeah.
Even though I think that the whole thing is a vehicle for self-aggrandizement for Keighley. Like this is the entire thing is about him wanting to feel like a Hollywood star.
Yeah, so he tries to put the whole Hollywood treatment on it, and it's embarrassing.
It's not just that. It's that the entire event is an excuse for him to be the guy that knows everybody in the games industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole thing seems to be aimed at making him personally important. Because what else does he have, really? He's not significant in any other way. What gives him
Pope, and that's it.
What gives him his credibility in the industry is the fact that everybody has to come and talk to him to get a place on his show.
Yeah.
That's all he brings to the table.
Mm-hmm.
He's also probably bearing at least partial responsibility for Sonic Fox.
Yeah, he does, because it was his show.
Yeah, so as far as boobies go, so the reason why I mentioned boobies is
Boobies saga is getting interesting.
We have covered for a couple of weeks running boobies related topics, and the one that we mentioned previously, specifically regarding the Honkai Impact 3, Honkai Impact 3rd thing, has borne fruit. So as a refresher, the situation was there was an event was planned which was advertised with characters in bunny girl costumes in a trailer. This event was for the global server only. It wasn't for the Chinese server. The Chinese server get way more events already. But this was a global exclusive thing. But the Chinese fans were offended that the character who they feel is representative of China was wearing a salacious costume, and so they complained to MiHoYo, and so MiHoYo removed it and gave them a compensation reward, despite the fact that it wasn't a China server event. Mm-hmm. So it was purely bribe money to try and curry favor with the fans, so that they wouldn't. Basically, so this is all. This behavior is all propagated by the sort of bizarre and corrosive culture that's behind the social credit system. Mm. That's what this is all about, ultimately. Because if you make that complaint... number one, most of the Chinese fans are brainwashed. They believe everything the government says. Number two, if you act in this way for this reason, this can improve your social credit score. Because it's patriotic activity.
Yeah.
And the staff at MiHoYo can preserve their social credit score by giving disproportionately favorable treatment to Chinese players over global ones. But you can see that it's not about just the mercenary aspect because of what happened. So on the 24th of April, an individual showed up to the headquarters of MiHoYo, who make Honkai Impact 3rd and Genshin Impact, among other things, and he showed up with a knife attempting to kill the founders of MiHoYo.
It is worth pointing out he actually travelled 700 miles to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is how crazy they are. This is how deeply baked in their sort of obsessive pseudo patriotism is, because it's not real patriotism. They don't love anything about their country. They love their country because they've been brainwashed into doing it by their government. They don't. There's nothing that they can talk about that is real about the greatness of their country, other than perhaps its size and population.
The country is big.
Yeah, they don't. The way they are trained to think is just, China good, everyone else bad. And that goes all the way down to the bones. And so you get people attempting to commit an act of assassination on the founders of a video game company because they depicted a character vaguely associated with China in a way that they felt was too salacious.
Yeah. Is that character even actually representative of China, or is it just something that the fans have done?
It's something that is... It's not necessary. Because I don't play Honkai Impact 3, I'm not 100% sure, but it's not something that is strange for MiHoYo to do, to make a character very strongly representative of certain culturally specific tropes on purpose. It's why in Genshin Impact there are characters and locations that are modelled after real world cultures very closely.
Yep. And
they reflect the values of those cultures. So it's not a strange thing. Like in the case of Genshin Impact, it's Zhongli is the representative of China there, and he's basically in all respects he depicts the sort of the ideal version of a Chinese take on a Bishonen.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when he was released, there was a humongous amount of outrage that he wasn't OP.
Yeah. He kind of sucked, if I recall, didn't he?
Yeah, he was quite bad. He was quite bad. It was basically because he was poorly designed.
Yeah.
It wasn't that his numbers are just bad and his skill set is bad. It's like, no, this is just designed in a nonsensical way, and I think they've tuned him up a bit now. But so
all right.
Boobies can make people crazy, I guess.
Yeah, we already knew that.
So, though it doesn't usually have this particular result.
No, not usually. So Capcom did a thing over the week as well. They did a Monster Hunter Live, I think they're calling it, the digital event, where they talk about what they're actually doing.
I haven't watched it yet.
All right, I'll quickly summarize it. They basically give a list of a whole bunch of bug fixes, as they usually do. But they unveiled the new patch, which I believe has actually dropped now, which introduces...
it dropped the day after.
Yeah. So it adds in Chameleos, which we already knew about, Apex Rathalos, Teostra, and Valhazak. Oh, sorry, Kushala Daora. So we can go fight all those monsters again. It also does a few things like unlocks the hunter cap. So now you can grind your way all the way up to, I believe, 50.
Sorry, I'm still like 3.
Yeah. Apparently, also once you do unlock your hunter cap, you get a whole bunch of different layered armors you can craft as well.
Well, that would be nice because
that would be nice.
Honestly, the looks of some of these armors keep me from crafting them.
Yeah, some of the really cool armors are in there, but they've got really kind of bad stats or bad abilities on them. And yeah, some of the really good ones look awful.
Yeah, it's like I would love to have worn Mizutsune's armor, except that all of my bugbear monsters breathe fire.
Yeah.
And so I don't really want to take that risk, thanks.
Bubbles doesn't really like fire very much.
Yeah, I can't work out what I've only got the low rank ones to judge off so far, but I can't work out what Mizutsune's armor is actually supposed to do.
Yeah.
It's just, it feels like a gimmick build set or something.
It is. What it does, it's supposed to utilize Bubble Blight. And what Bubble Blight does is make your character slide around. So it gives you ridiculously long
usually
dodges.
What you want, though.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody who's fought Mizutsune knows that that's a double-edged sword.
Yes.
Because Mizutsune falls over more often than any wyvern I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's because it lubricates the floor.
Yeah, but it lubricates the floor for itself, too.
Yes, it does.
It's just I actually enjoy fighting Music Center simply because it's a total clown fiesta. Like
Yes.
both of you are just sliding wildly around, and it's like who is going to hit the wall and fall over first.
But the problem is, it is a very beautiful, very graceful monster otherwise, until you actually start fighting the thing.
It looks graceful until it hits the wall and falls over.
Then it starts flopping around like
When
a
things are
fish.
going to plan, it looks really cool. When things are not going to plan, it looks really
It's a
embarrassing.
disaster. We also got an announcement of a new DLC pack, which is a bunch more face paints, hairs, dyes, all that sort of stuff. And a look at Monster Hunter Stories 2, which looks like it's been put together with a bit more care than the first one.
To be fair, the first one was sort of experimental.
It was very experimental. Also, it had Navarro. Unfortunately, this one has Navarro.
So was it built by the same team that builds regular Monster Hunter games? Because if it was, then I can sort of understand it being a bit jank.
I don't think so. So it does. They've showed off a whole bunch of the monsters in their new chibi forms. Some of them look really adorable. Actually, Pookie looks ridiculously cute until it starts throwing up all over the place. Of course.
I'm a big fan of Pookie.
Yeah.
Like,
Now you get
I
chibi
think he's
Pookie.
cool. Like Pookie is a monster I deeply approve of, and I think that he's reflective of sort of the very best that the World team had to offer.
Yep.
In that, like, basically, in my mind, on one hand you've got Pookie, and on the other hand you've got Great Roggy, and this shows the displacement between early Monster Hunter and late Monster Hunter in terms of design.
Yeah, Pookie is such a much better fight than Roggy. Roggy is one of those throwaway monsters they stuck at the start of the game.
Well, Pookie was also stuck at the start of the game.
He was actually.
He was an introductory monster, but he was gorgeously designed and has tons of cool abilities and quirks.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, and it is one of the major reasons I'm so disappointed in the implementation of monsters living in the world that Rise has.
Yeah, it's definitely taken a big step back there. So yeah, I'm actually interested in picking up Stories 2. I did enjoy the first game for all of its faults. It looks like they've got a few more mechanics in there now. Like it looks like you've got the option to take for your rider to actually get off the monster, pull out a hunter weapon, and actually participate in the battle separately.
Just how many small isolated villages with unique and OP traditions are there in the Monster Hunter setting?
Loads. The problem is humanity, as you can probably tell, is not exactly the top of the food chain. They're somewhere near the bottom.
Could have fooled me.
So humanity and the Wyvernians, felines, whatever, are all kind of bundled up in one small area, but in just a bunch of small villages and a handful of large cities.
Do you ever get based out of a large city in a Monster Hunter game?
I believe it was in... Well, Stories you go to a large city.
No, I'm not talking about stories.
trying to
It's an
remember.
RPG, they can do whatever they want.
I think 4 gave you the option to go there. The multiplayer hub was in a city. Whereas the single player hub is Driftwood. No, not 4. 3.
I just logged into Monster Hunter and they gave me a bunch of free items.
Nice.
Like a bunch, some celebration pack or something.
Yeah. So essentially, yeah, that's what they can do with Monster Hunter is because humanity is only in a very small part of the world. You've essentially got infinite possibilities in the west of the world, which is why Monster Hunter World was able to really branch out with its species.
Yeah, well, I don't think you need to try too hard for that. I mean, as much as people in the real world like to talk about overpopulation and so forth, the world is basically mostly unpopulated wildlands.
Yeah.
So, the reason why you can have legendary cryptids in that is because there is so much of this planet that humans just don't go to because it's not built up and it's not civilized. So I don't think you really need to sacrifice too much in the way of having cityscapes in order to have the Monster Hunter setting. I suppose what I'm thinking of is I'm wondering if we will ever see a truly urban hunting map from like an abandoned city or something.
maybe like other games, you've had little bits of that around the place.
No, but I mean like it's an actual
It's just the
cityscape.
full-on cityscape.
So,
Yeah,
well, I'm thinking something like the Infinite City from Warhammer.
yeah,
So it's got big wide open spaces, but there's also like tons of nooks and crannies and alleyways and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's a very urban landscape, but it still could accommodate large monsters.
like one of the concrete canon bits of Monster Hunter lore is that there used to be a big civilization and they got wiped out. Although, yeah, a lot of the lore for Monster Hunter is also inferred by the fans as well. But that bit's canon because you can even see evidence of that just walking around the world. So
Yeah,
having
they
a
should
big
have
city,
a lot of they should have a lot of things developed though. Like it seems like they should have mass transit because they've got all of the equipment to build steam engines. So
yeah, you'd think they'd have mass transit. I mean, you got airships and things.
they seem to crash a lot.
They do.
I don't know. I don't know if I would ride those if I was living in this world. I don't think I'd buy an airship ticket. I think I'd stick to the land.
Yeah, someone offers a ride on an airship. Just no thanks. I'll just walk. Because the next thing you know, there's a Legiana stuck in your balloon. So yeah, yeah. Rise of Stories 2 is looking good. I will probably pick that up at some point. I am slightly disappointed that Basil Gaius makes an appearance in the game, though.
I think that I've missed him. Like he will still make me angry
Yes.
anytime he shows up. However, I've sort of missed the Kool-Aid Man invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's just something. It's exasperating, but there's something reliable about her hearing dun 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 dun, dun as
as he lands on your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, that's precisely what his special move in Stories is. He does exactly that. Pookie Bookie's is actually kind of cute. He sprays poison over the air, and then he kind of just holds his tongue over the rider's head. It's cute. Everything Pookie does in that game is cute.
Yeah, I think Pookie is just a cute monster in general. It's like I think he's really a triumph of design. I think a lot of the monsters in World were really great designs. You could tell the ones that were new because they were just head and shoulders above the others in terms of sort of nuance to their designs. Like even something that was executed quite poorly, like Toby Kadachi, like in terms of design, everything about him just makes sense.
Yes.
It's very very cool the way everything works together to give it both, cool factor and combatability and sort of ecological sense and so on. I think that he's executed better in terms of his behavior in Rise though, because frankly in World he couldn't fight with a damn.
Yeah.
Like even the venomous one, I can't remember what it was called.
Viper Toby Kadachi.
Even him, I whomped him the first time I fought him.
Yeah.
I ran up on him and crushed him, and it wasn't even close.
He almost got me the first time because I wasn't expecting him to hurt quite so much as he did, but
He just didn't. He didn't hit me. That's why I whomped him, because Toby Kadachi's attack patterns are so bad. They're so poorly designed. They're so narrow.
Yeah. So it's very easy to actually dodge it.
But
Anyway.
yeah, I'm sort of interested in the way they're going to do these the Elder Dragons for Rise, because the one thing Elder Dragon wise that really sets Rise apart from World is there's no Elder Seal.
There is not.
Which means that you need to use old school methods to get anywhere near Kushala Daora.
Yep.
Which,
Or
if I
you could
recall
just
correctly, is
wipe
poison.
So,
What did you say?
or you can just use your wire bug. In case of Kushala.
Do you have any idea how effective that's going to be, though, when the entire area is swirling with whirlwinds? And every time
Hilariously
you touch one,
bad.
you get knocked back? So the wire bug is not likely going to be very helpful.
No, but it will be funny.
It will be funny until it happens for the 30th time.
Yeah.
At which point the novelty will start wearing off. But if I recall correctly, it used to be that you used poison to weaken Kushala Daora, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Which means that they've got a sort of a tiering system. Because the Elder Dragons appear one at a time. So you've got Chameleos, which almost certainly his weapon will be poisonous.
Oh, definitely. He is poison all the way up and down.
Yeah, so, but Kushala Daora gets deployed second. So basically it seems like, will you farm your Kushala equipment from Chameleos? And Kushala Daora's weapons in World were all ice-aligned. And the third one to come out is Teostra.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like they've got a sort of a ladder system going here, where you can actually make definitive progress in order to be well equipped in a sort of a simple fashion for fighting the next monster if you want to go that route.
Yep. So yeah, it's looking good.
Yep.
I'm just glad they're not being like EA about all of this, and all of these big monsters, they're free.
Yeah, and I hope that it continues that way because, I mean, EA wasn't always evil either.
No.
They got drunk off their success, and World saw a lot of success, and the numbers that are rolling in of sales from Rise, even though I feel like as a product, Rise is an inferior product to World, but considering the install base, basically nobody could hope for better sales than they're seeing from Rise.
Exactly right. So, yeah. I think, yeah, Capcom was definitely going the evil assholes way. Like,
I think that was largely a product of their fighting game team, though.
Yes, yeah, because Street Fighter and Marvel vs. Capcom got monetized just every possible way. Whereas, thankfully, they've recognized Monster Hunter kind of as a cash cow, as long as they leave it alone.
Yeah, it has to remain Monster Hunter. It has to. I think it probably helps that the Monster Hunter community is very similar in certain ways and very different in certain others to the fighting game community that they are dealing with in Street Fighter, in that it is a very, very tight-knit community with very deep traditional roots.
Yes.
As far as gaming is concerned.
Yes.
However, in terms of Street Fighter, it's exclusively focused around competition and big individual figures, whereas Monster Hunter has always been focused around anybody can participate.
Yeah. And generally when there is something that the fan base does not like, the fan base tends to move as one.
Yeah, because they all want to play together. It's
Exactly.
not a case of everybody's racing to be the best at the next iteration of Street Fighter. That's not the mechanic that's in operation here. And if you look carefully at the community of Monster Hunter, you find that the worst, most toxic parts of the community are the speedrunners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to say that everybody who does time trial competitions in Monster Hunter is a bad person, but what I'm saying is the most toxic parts of the community are those parts of the community. Those are the parts where if you would go and you ask, oh, well, how about this weapon? I like using this weapon. I think it's fun. And they will tell you that, no, it's bad and you're a bad person for using it because it's not meta-optimal.
Yeah. Whereas I think it's partly because it's the big difference between a cooperative game and a competitive game.
Yeah, and that's largely what I'm driving at, except the thing is that it's not just the individuals being competitive in Street Fighter, it's because they build their identity around skilled individuals who make big names for themselves in the fighting game scene, and that lends itself to strange decisions as far as what is suitable for the rest of people to play.
Yes.
And so you end up with a game that has a lot of exclusivity about it.
Yeah, whereas you come into Monster Hunter and says, hey, you want to use the Insect Glaive? Well, helicopters.
The fact that you can play this game using something as retarded as Joy-Cons basically says everything that you need to. I haven't tried using the gyros to play it, but I presume there's an option for it.
There is, but I think it's only there for the range weapons.
Right, well, that sounds even worse, to be honest.
Yeah, it's I guess for people who play Splatoon. Because
I guess there must be some people... I guess there must be some people who got really super awesome at Splatoon using the gyros, but...
There are. Some people are just nuts in that game.
Yeah, but Yeah, I think that Capcom is onto a good thing, and they will be able to hold their course so long as they recognize what about it makes it good.
Mm-hmm.
But this is also the case with everything, though. Like, World of Warcraft was a good thing for the longest time,
Yep.
and then they failed to understand what made it good.
Yeah,
And
there
then
was also
started-
a change in attitude in the leadership with World of Warcraft.
That's true, but I'm not quite sure which one is the egg and which one is the chicken.
Yeah,
and whether it matters.
I think it's definitely chickens and eggs we're talking there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, thankfully, yeah, Capcom seems to have done the push in the right direction if you look at Devil May Cry and Resident Evil. So, hopefully they know where they're going.
Yeah. Examining this from a different angle, there's another news story where Yoshinori Ono has left Capcom and
Yes.
has been appointed the president and COO of Delightworks, who makes FGO.
Oh, no.
Now, I don't know what sort of a person Yoshinori Ono is, but he does not have a good reputation amongst Capcom fighting game fans.
No, he does not.
At all. But I've heard lots of very conflicting stories about his level of culpability for these things. Ultimately, though, the buck does stop with him. When he clowns up a project, that project fails because he's supposed to be managing things.
Mm.
He has been in charge of such marvels as, no pun intended, as Capcom versus Marvel Infinite and its roaring success.
Yep.
But the thing is that that's sort of like one of his iconic recent catastrophes, right?
Was he the idea, or the man behind the whole Easter eggs idea?
I don't think so. That would have been marketing department.
Yeah.
But that game was a calamity. The thing is that while that a calamity is largely attributed to them, my suspicions are always rage anytime there's a Marvel IP involved. Like, to what extent did Disney stick their oar in and make demands?
Yeah, it's not a matter of if they did, because they're Disney. They did.
Yeah, but to what extent?
Yes.
Because it's entirely possible that the project might have been failing under him without his input, and then he just simply failed to pull its fat out of the fire, which is still his failing, but
alternatively, Disney
you've got facts working against you in that case.
Yeah. Alternatively, it could have been Disney trying to pressure them to push the current MCU lineup, and
that was the case. There's all but confirmed the case. Like, who releases a game like that with no X-Men in it?
Exactly.
Unless you're trying to poke a stick in Sony's eye.
Yes. Well, I think it would have been a bigger stick and more poking if they actually released it with X-Men and made a successful game. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, but that would have driven people to Sony's properties.
Yeah.
It would have popularized the parts of the franchise that they still owned.
Yes.
So they wouldn't do that.
Not going to do that.
But that basically it was hampered by interference, but ultimately it was his job to ensure that the game got made good. Even if that involves standing up to the people trying to interfere, then he needs to be competent enough to lay down the law. But what he is not that competent. I think he is behind, to some extent, the logic that there should be no new Darkstalkers game because people aren't buying the old one.
Yeah, that's a bit of logic that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so he's kind of a clown, and now he's in charge of FGO, which I'm sure is going to just nosedive directly into the ground because it's floundering quite badly at the moment. They've been propping up their sales by releasing meme servants, basically. And when I say meme servants, I don't mean servants that are recklessly poorly designed or anything like that. What I mean is servants whose lack of appearance in the game has been a meme. And the examples like this are, say, Masamune, who makes an appearance as an NPC character in Shimosa. And he's got the body of young Shiro. He's a pseudo-servant with the body of young Shiro. And so he's been a meme that he's not in the game for the longest time. They released him and tons of people spent money to roll for him. It was very, very profitable. But if you look at their year-over-year profits, comparing over time, each one of these servants that they release that has a huge amount of hype behind them nets them a little bit less money each time, to the point where now you need something that has been anticipated for literally 3 years sort of thing, like Masamune. You need to release something like that to even get back up to where a normal anticipated 5-star release would be.
Yep.
And it's simply because their game is stale. Like I play FGO because I love the setting, because I love the Type Moon stories. I like all of that stuff, and I want to see where it goes. But the super fans of the franchise like me are only a segment of their audience, and they are the segment of audience that will keep coming back. But not all of them put money into the game, and they are rapidly losing people because basically their systems are getting stale. The gameplay is very, very primitive. I've been playing the game for 3 years or something.
Yeah, it's basically like 3 cards, Noble Phantasm.
Yeah, and it was. So I've been playing the game for roughly 3 years. It was around for another couple of years before, like 2 or 3 years before that. And the mechanics were already dated at the time. They haven't really evolved in any really spectacular fashion, their event mechanics or anything like that. They've had some really cool spins on them that I've really enjoyed over the course of time, but they've been sort of marginally, iteratively evolutional, not revolutional. So basically the game is not in a great place, and it is the single biggest money maker Delightworks has, and Delightworks has recently shuttered yet another failed mobile game that they released, because they had this sort of weird idea that everything that they release will become an FGO.
No.
It doesn't work like that. FGOs...
Only if it's got a franchise like Fate behind it could it potentially do that.
The FGO got its start because of the Fanatics.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because they made an incredible game. It's got great writing that they're not responsible for. Nasu is. Nasu and the people he has do writing for the project. The game in itself is not great. So now we've got a new guy taking over whose reputation is that they're unable to save floundering projects. Yeah. So yeah, this does not really bode well, but it's also a very different as a game platform, the Delightworks games, and as sort of an environment for development is very different to what he's used to. So maybe he'll be able to bring a fresh perspective. I don't know. But generally speaking, people are not that optimistic.
No, I think there's definitely murmurings of saying he's coming on board. That means the game is dying. Might be time to start moving on.
Yeah, FGO is definitely dying, but I think that most of the core fans are going to see it through to the end because they want to know how the story ends.
Yeah. I believe it's still the biggest mobile game, isn't it? Should I go look that up?
That really depends on how you count these things now that you've got contaminants in that sort of way of measuring things like Fortnite and Genshin Impact, who are also mobile games. But in terms of exclusively mobile gacha-styled games, it's still the champion. Most of the English releases of other gacha games have not really fared so well, simply because the franchise is not powerful enough behind it. I mean, the likes of Arc Knights are popular. Azure Lane's still popular. The whatchamacallit, Girls Frontline has got niche popularity, although the mechanics are so Byzantine and it's so grindy that not that much. So yeah, there are big ones, but none of them have really hit the big time the way Fate does, and the big thing that sets it apart is that it is mostly about the writing.
Yep.
Like you are mostly watching story. When you're not grinding, you're mostly watching story. But I mean, basically, the game does badly need an overhaul if it's going to persist. Nasu wants to finish at the end of Arc 2, and then move on to other projects, and after which point it will probably go into sort of like periodic events and short stories, which he'll probably still have to sign off on, but nobody really knows what the end of FGO looks like.
Yeah.
And it coined so much money over the course of time, there's almost certainly going to be a sequel of some kind.
Yeah.
But there's no knowing what that will be and how they will avoid deploying it in such a way that the extant fandom feels betrayed by the abandonment of the previous game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's sort of hard to say how that will go, but it does need an overhaul as it currently is, particularly for sub mechanics. Not necessarily like the 3 card system is there to stay. It's the core of FGO. They aren't going to be able to gut that out and put something new in. It won't be the same game if they do that. Everybody's built their teams around that.
Yeah.
But there are other things like, for instance, if you try and start the game, if you try and start playing FGO, you have a roster of underleveled servants that will get up to Camelot and get crushed still. And then
Yes.
all the while you are going to be forced into Ember Gathering to try and get your servants leveled up. And you won't be able to get bootstrapped as far as your skill ranks by doing events because all the events are story locked now.
Not to mention you will be playing through some incredibly mediocre writing.
Yeah, they aren't going to be able to spend the time to rewrite some of those early singularities. They're just bad. And there's not really much to do about it. But they really need to grease the wheels a bit. Like you should be able to, if they're going to force you to play through the first 4 or 5 singularities, that should give you enough embers to level up at least a full set of 6 servants to maximum as you do that before you hit Camelot, so that you can at least have a basic team. But instead, you spend all your AP farming embers, and you can't have fun doing the events in the meantime because the events are calibrated for the people who've been playing a long time. And they don't want to play a story where where everything is inapplicable because they have to avoid mentioning any spoilers, and therefore none of it takes place in the quote present day unquote. There's lots and lots of reasons why they have to story lock them in order to avoid spoilers, but there's also lots of problems that causes, and they don't have a solution. So there's lots of ways that they've set themselves up that need to be overhauled, and maybe if they've got somebody new at the helm, they can start tackling that project. Or maybe they'll just resign themselves to putting it on the back burner and figuring, you know what, we can't really do much for this now. We've dug ourselves into a deep hole, which may in fact be the case.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they really set themselves up for this to be as popular as it turned out to be.
No, definitely not. So anyway, time will tell. And as far as that goes, that's time for us.
All right. We're at time, are we? Okay.
We're actually well over time because we faffed around so much.
Yes, we faffed around an awful lot.
So,
And I failed to pull out a single win in Worms. And in fact, I sealed my own fate more than once.
That's alright. It's still fun. So, with that, closing comments. Hopefully we'll have Ari back next week.
Yep. Yeah. I hope that he's not going to be too burned from being out in the sun. Like, I can't think of many things worse than being in Florida in summer. It's probably stinking hot, ridiculously humid, and the air will be thick with insects.
Yep. We have Cairns, which is basically the Australian equivalent of that. Because, just to be on the safe side, let's build a town right next to this rainforest.
I've never been to Cairns before.
Yeah.
Does anybody go to Cairns? What's in Cairns?
It's actually
Why
quite
do
a lot of
people
people
visit
go to Cairns now.
Why do people go there to visit? What's there?
They go out there for reef diving and for rainforest tours. There's actually a cable car from Cairns that goes over a good chunk of the Daintree rainforest, as well as an old style steam train which goes through it, and it is probably some of the best visual landscape you will see.
I don't know. We've got some pretty nice visual landscapes in New Zealand.
This is true. This is very true.
That's why they filmed Lord of the Rings here.
Yeah.
I get to see the entire mountain range laid out ahead of me as I head to work in the morning.
Yeah. The only thing about the Daintree is don't get out of the train because you'll be eaten by spiders.
I know a guy called Daintree.
Huh. That's
He was named after the forest. I think his parents met there or something like that.
I see. That's kind of romantic, actually. It's cute.
But yeah, it's. I think that there was a conference or something that I turned down going to because it was in Cairns.
Yeah, Cairns in the summer you do not go to if you can help it. Not unless you like melting.
I don't like melting. This is Fern, a guy who regularly sees the needle go past 40 degrees, complaining about the heat.
Yes, because it's
so take the advice.
Heat plus 70% humidity. Enjoy. So,
yeah.
With that nonsense out of the way, anything else before I do the thing?
Every day today's menu for the Emir family comes out in the West on June the 2nd.
On the Switch.
on the Switch. Yes, it'll be digital only, of course, and I'm sure it'll be overpriced because everything on the Nintendo Store is. But yeah, there's a Fate game on the Switch, and my purchase has now been validated.
Yep. Even if it is a very cute, silly cooking game.
Well, I don't know that it's not going to get dark in the second half. That happens sometimes.
I mean, who's writing it?
Probably not the Ura Butcher.
No, because otherwise there would have already been bloodshed by now.
Yeah, it really doesn't seem like his jam. But it does come with all of the recipes, though.
Ooh.
Built into the game, and it's set up in such a way that you can cook them yourself.
That actually sounds really neat. Might have to try that. So with that,
I'll let you know because I almost will invariably get it.
So with that, we're getting out of here. Thank you for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time.